Women are putting muzzles on men to silence them. This is absolutely insane and shocking stuff. So, as you guys can see on the screen, this is an example of what's going on. I put a $139 gamer muzzle on my loud husband to muffle his Rainbow Six shouting, but the quiet wasn't worth the guilt. Guys, we're dealing with people who absolutely despise us, people who do not like us, people who would rather that we did not even exist. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of women now putting muzzles on men to silence them and how this is going to affect society going forward. Don't forget to follow us on Rumble. You never really know what can happen on this platform. So follow us on Rumble. Most of our content is now over there and it's linked in the description of the video. Also, before we begin, don't forget to check out Angry's Crypto Academy. Hard times are coming. ATMs will stop working. Banks will chain the doors. Protect your wealth and safeguard your future with crypto. Anger's Crypto Academy will teach you how to buy, sell, trade, and invest in crypto. We'll tell you exactly which coins will mint you millionaires and how to spot potential coins to invest in. Don't miss out. The Academy is linked in the description of the video. Also in the Academy is our crypto day trading blueprint. And let me tell you a little bit about that. So the crypto day trading blueprint for dummies is available in Anger's Crypto Academy. And with the blueprint, you'll learn how crypto day trading can help you earn daily profits, even starting small. Imagine making $30 a day with $100 trades, trading $100, or even more than that, working just an hour a day. The blueprint is written so simply that even a fifth grader can do it. With banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, this skill is your lifeline. Click the link in the description of the video to check it out. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into this actual video here and see what this is about. So this is the video, and it's going to introduce us to the product a bit.
Hello everybody, my name is Andres, founder and CEO of MGTOW. In this video, I want to show you the sound performance of the Ombra, how well the microphone sounds and how much is the soundproofing, how well does it dampen your voice. Let's start.
Now, what you're listening to is the microphone inside the mask. It is connected to my headset, which is a SteelSeries Arctis One wireless, so that I can use the Ombra without cable. If it sounds strange, it's maybe because of my accent, as I am from Spain, but you can judge yourself about the sound quality. I want to show you something. If I take out the mask, you hear that it sounds a bit metallic or thin because we have adjusted the low, mid and high frequencies to contrast the effect of the mask. Inside the mask the microphone sounds a bit dull, so to contrast it we have done it adapting the microphone. You could do that also on the software side with an equalizer, but having it so in the microphone it helps and makes things easier. If I put the mask back on, you will see the difference again. Now you're listening to this microphone inside the mask again. You can see the difference.
Now you will check the soundproof qualities of the mask. To avoid misunderstandings, I have taken my headset off. The microphone is not connected and this is being recorded by the microphone in front of me. Doing so, you can appreciate the feeling as somebody being in the same room and being disturbed or not by your voice. Let's start. So I'm going to talk a bit louder so that you can feel the difference, and if I put the mask on and I continue talking like the same way, you can feel the difference with and without the mask. I'm going to do it like quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is normal talking. I'm going to talk a bit louder, even almost screaming. And now I'm talking almost screaming. Thank you.
Now, guys, what do you put something like this on? You put it on a dog. Why would you need a muzzle? This is sick. This is a product that does not need to exist. But of course, modern women have found an application for this because these women, they don't even like hearing their husbands breathe. They don't like hearing their partners breathe when they snore. So this is a perfect tool to silence them. It's being used by women now to silence men when they play video games. Oh, you guys are too loud when playing games, so we're going to put a muzzle on you. I want you guys to understand, if men did something like this, the absolute outcry would be horrible. I'm going to be real. I don't know if I could do this to another human being. I am telling y'all right now, this is how far modern women have gone. How can you do such a horrible and harsh thing to another person? Where is your soul? If we check out the article, this is actually from PC Gamer, where this woman boasts about this. I put a $139 gamer muzzle on my loud husband her husband to muffle his Rainbow Six shouting, but the quiet wasn't worth the guilt. The Metadox Umbra, which we just saw, does damper gamer screams as advertised, but at the cost of bad vein jokes in the group chat. My fellow gamer husband was always my fellow gamer husband will always have me beat on two metrics, KDR, because I'm awful at shooters, and DPS, which I'm temporarily repurposing to mean decibels per second. The man's loud on an average night in the Discord call and louder still on Rainbow Six Siege nights. I'm accustomed to sleeping through the antics of my rowdy player too, but when I was shown the Metadox Umbra soundproof mask, a product designed specifically to muffle gamer shouting for the benefit of their cohabitators, women, I gave him a wouldn't it be funny if nudge he ever a sport said, sure, I'll do it. So I attached a face silencer to my husband. Much to my surprise, the thing really does dampen sound to the degree advertised, but I just cannot imagine the cost in dollars or comfort being worth it. The Metadox Umbra is priced at $139 with your choice between two sizes, small or small, medium, or medium/large, and a left or right side microphone port. It includes the sound dampening mask itself, a magnetically secured microphone on a 3.5 millimeter audio plug, a pair of wired earbuds, a 3.5 millimeter splitter for mic headset, and a second microphone enclosed for compatibility with your existing headsets if you want. There's basically no assembly and little setup, so it's about as plug and play as things get. This is sick. The Umbra mask really does dampen sound. I'll give it that. Metadox claims it reduces 10 to 15 dB at low frequencies and 20 dB to 30 dB at mid and high frequencies. We found it could reduce the average R6 Siege expletive by a reliable 20 dB. Hearing it from the outside, the Umbra mask makes it sound like he's shouting from underwater, or like I've locked him in a house with a hunting ghost in Phasmophobia. The volume definitely is lower, but there's still clearly screaming going on. What's worst is being in a Discord voice channel with him while he's wearing it. The sound quality on the built-in microphone Metadox provides isn't terrible, on par with most headset and mic setups I've heard, but as soon as you attach it to the face mask, it's like listening to the gargled landing announcements of an airline pilot. Metadocs got the feedback enough that it has a tutorial on reducing your microphone volume to combat the effect. As it sort of tactically admits in those instructions, though, that's kind of just what microphones sound like when stuffed inside an enclosed, sound dampened space. So the adjustments help, but only some. So they'll probably have a revision for this thing if the company is still around in a year or two, or maybe within a year, and they'll probably have a revision for this thing to make it better. Regardless of sound quality, comfort is what really throws a wrench in the prospect of actually using the Umbra on a regular basis. The straps are soft and comfortable and don't conflict badly with whatever other accessories you might need. My husband threw on his glasses, ball cap, and usual over ear headset and wasn't too bothered. It's the mask itself that's a real struggle. The Umbra isn't anywhere near the light medical mask we've all gotten accustomed to wearing. It's built for dampening sound and feels like it. My husband toughed out wearing it for about 2 hours of R6 time before needing a breather, literally, and I chickened out after about 20 minutes in a work meeting. So she had him wearing it for 2 hours before he literally needed to take it off so that he could breathe. This is sick. While she could not handle wearing it for more than 20 minutes. Unbelievable. Jesus help us. The Umbra sits behind your nose, not over it, which functionally just means you're breathing right into its padded seal while steaming up the rest of your face inside the mask when you talk. It creates some mildly annoying pressure on the larynx, in his opinion, and if you're sporting any stubble on your upper lip, it tends to agitate that too. What I can't figure out is whose lifestyle the Umbra actually fits into. For about 5 years, my husband and I rocked the now increasing popular two-bedroom apartment setup, in which the spare bedroom becomes a shared gamer cave with side-by-side desk setups. We're usually in a call with the same group of friends, and if he'd been wearing the Umbra, maybe I could have lowered the noise gate in my Discord setting a little, maybe. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy. If I'd been in a separate call or a meeting or streaming on Twitch, I don't think I could have, in good conscience, sat there playing while he was 5 feet away wearing his cone of shame. Not to mention that the times I'm most interested in quiet are when I've gone to bed on a Friday night and left him to hang out with our friends, and wearing a giant mask really isn't compatible with the drinking beer and snacking at the desk that the weekend hangouts usually include. If you're considering the Umbra because there's someone you don't want to wake up, whether you're gaming after your kid's bedtime or trying to respect the sleep needs of a roommate with an early morning career, I'm not sure that muffled screaming is going to cut it unless they're also willing to sleep with a noise machine. Plus, the Umbra mask can't silence the sound of slapping your hand on your desk when you pass away in a game, which comes included with the shouting habit for most creative minded gamers. At that point, any benefit for the mask is useless. This is crazy. If you're a regular competitive rank climber living alone in an apartment where you share walls with neighbors, this extra layer of proofing might reduce the noise complaints you're getting. I just can't imagine the indignity of having to give call outs to your teammates quietly is greater than the shame of putting this thing on your face for a night. And this came from Lauren Morton. Lauren has been writing for PC Gamer since she went hunting for Cryptic Dark Souls Fashion Police in 2017. She accepted her role as an associate editor in 2021, now serving as self-appointed chief cozy gamer and farm life sim enjoyer. I don't know, guys. This is sick. This is absolutely sick. Who in their right mind would have ever thought it was a good idea to put a mask, a muzzle, because that's exactly what it is, to put a muzzle on your partner because they're making too much noise so that you don't have to hear their voices. This is cruel. This is so many different layers of cruel, so many different layers of evil. And this is being done predominantly by people who do not like us, guys. These people absolutely do not like us. This is the reason why, guys, I keep telling you, focus on getting your money up, get focus on crypto. Don't focus on relationships with modern women. They don't like us. So, guys, and this a lot of women are watching this salivating right now, like, oh my gosh, girl, you just gave me an idea. All right. Guys, check out my crypto trading for dummies blueprint, which is available over in Angry's Crypto Academy, because that's what you should be doing. You should be focusing on getting your money. You should not be focusing on relationships. Go learn how to day trade cryptocurrency. Okay, even with $30, even with $100 a day, trading $100 a day, you can flip that, turn that into $30 a day, trading $100 a day, and that works out to $900 a month. You could do $500 a day, and that works out to about $100 to $200 a month. That's going to give you some that's a $3,000 to $6,000 a month. All right, so we're talking about anywhere from $36,000 to $72,000 a year. That's what you should be doing. And then if you want to have a relationship, take that money and go overseas and find someone overseas, or you know what, just live a life of luxury and comfort. That's what you should be doing, but you should not be hanging out with these people because these people do not like you. And guys, when it comes to the blueprint, just want to toss that in that it's written so simple that even a fifth grader can do it. And with the banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, that something like this is going to be your lifeline. It's linked in the description of the video. Modern women do not like us. They don't want they absolutely despise us, guys. And that's why you have to. It's so important that you 100% walk away from dating relationships with people who do not like you and would rather you don't exist. There were videos on TikTok quite recently of women who were complaining when they would watch their husbands snore, and they would say their husbands don't seem to care when they snore, but they can't stand hearing their husbands snore. Guys, this is psychotic behavior, all right, from extreme narcissists. You should be focusing on your money, not relationships with modern women. Ask you something. When the banks collapse, and trust me, it's coming, will you be ready? Imagine waking up to ATMs that don't work, bank doors chained shut, and millions of people left with nothing. No cash, no access to their savings, and no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. That's why I created Angry's Crypto Academy to teach you everything you need to know about crypto so you can protect yourself and your family. You'll learn how to buy, sell, and even day trade crypto for a living. Plus, we alert you to new crypto trends so you can profit before everyone else even knows what's happening. Right now, I've just published an exclusive investment guide inside the Academy, and it's linked in the description below. In it, I reveal the one coin that could make you a millionaire. A coin so revolutionary, it could change everything. If you missed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is your second chance. This isn't just about financial freedom, it's about survival. When the system collapses and everyone else is selling, you'll be the one buying, prepared to weather the storm and thrive while others struggle to survive. Don't wait. This knowledge isn't optional, it's critical. The link's in the description. Go check it out now. So, I mean, guys, you can see that this is extreme narcissism we are going through with women in Western society. We're dealing with people who absolutely do not like us. They don't want us around. And they are going to continue finding new ways to punish us for simply existing, punish us for simply being men, punish us because they do not like us. There's actually a video from Soraya. Soraya is such an incredible lady. I'm going to show you the video because she actually talks about something I find to be quite intriguing. You know, the reason why modern women avoid alphas and are choosing beta males, which is a joke. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the video because I want you to see just the inner workings of modern women. These people do not like us. They want men who are weak so they can do whatever they want. And guys, you have to understand, they don't like us. These people do not like us. They can't even stand watching us breathe. Modern women scoff because we breathe. They don't even like the idea that we exist. If that does not sound like HATE, I don't know what else does. Society needs to begin waking up and accepting that these people that they think differently than the way that we do. And people like Psych Hacks, while I respect him greatly, they refuse to understand. They refuse to accept that we are dealing with absolute evil. There's no other way of classifying this. The people who are doing these things, the people who think this way, they are evil. You stop making justifications for them.
We officially have lost another young man to the incurable disease called symptitis.
And just so you know, Soraya's channel is linked in the description of the video, so you can go check her out and support her. And I'll just go ahead and jump right back in.
Symptitis is, I'm going to give you a few symptoms. Heavy breathing whenever a woman posts a thirsty picture on social media, him endlessly texting her whenever she is not texting or calling back, or even worse, ghosting the man, him putting the woman on a pedestal for absolutely nothing, and her being able to manipulate the man using her sexuality and her fake femininity. In this video today, we are going to talk about why so many women nowadays have a problem with a man being self-aware, being a so-called alpha man, and why women rather prefer to be with a beta, a so-called weak man. And we're going to start with this young gentleman, and I'm going to let you judge and let you write in the comment section which one you think women prefer, an alpha man or a beta. Let me know. Let's get started.
Yeah, I love having a bad bitch, but I hate what having a bad bitch does to me. What do I mean by that? Nigga, it's a Saturday. I'm in Target, in the toy section, about to spend some money on some kids that ain't mine.
Well,
with a fucking purple drink from Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks, nor do I know what this shit is, but it's fire and I love it. But if it wasn't for the pussy, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing none of this. This ain't me. This is not my stilo. This is not my bop.
He's gone.
But I'm here, happily. What toy are you looking at?
Of course, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a man buying toys for children that are not his, but we're gonna have to talk about her behavior. Now, this video may be a skit, but I know it happens still.
There is absolutely something wrong with a man buying toys for children that are not his. He is only buying toys for those children because he wants to be intimate with the mother of those children. It's setting up a relationship with a group of children that are not his, and it sets a very, very bad precedence. It's a terrible thing. A man should not be investing in someone on children that are not his. All right. I understand it's a bit different if, for example, if you get into a relationship with someone, you're married to someone who has kids from another relationship, and you basically treat those kids like your own. And like I said, I also don't really believe in marrying a person that has kids from another relationship because those kids will never be yours. Are there exceptions? Of course, there are exceptions, but I really don't recommend it for 99% of the time. I remember like Twitch, from Ellen, he married a woman who she had a daughter from a previous relationship. He met her on So You Think You Can Dance, and he adopted her daughter as his own. And that was a little bit different. And again, I do not advise on taking in kids that don't belong to you, because that kid will never be yours. Of course, there are always the exceptions, but the standard really is you should not engage in it because that kid will always want to go and find their actual father, their biological father, or they'll just take advantage of you and use you along the way. The mother is just using you. That's not really your family. You need to actually, if you want to have family, if you want to have a family, if you want to have kids, you need to create your own genetic legacy. You should not be raising someone else's kids. Even the concept of adoption is something that I very much considered, and a lot of you jerks talked me out of it. In fact, I got some screeching messages from a few of you telling me to leave them alone. Oh God. You know, sometimes you think you're smarter than other men, and then you realize you ain't shit. Oh God, bro. See, that's why I am wiser than y'all. A lot of you, you know, it's because I learned from other men. I learned from other men. I know sometimes, like I'm humble enough to say, like, I know when I'm beat. I know when there are men who know better than me, and I'm not gonna mess around. I've messed around, guys. That's when you know you come from the FAFO generation. You know, mess around, find out. Mess around, find out. Like, I know better. Like that's something that was instilled in you in Gen X. Like, mess around, find out, mess around, find. I'm not gonna mess around because I don't want to find out. I all right. I'm a Zennial. I'm a Zennial. I was born right between Gen X and the Millennials. And I was born during the Gen X era. I grew up during the Gen X era, and I know, and I don't want to mess around and find out. And a lot of y'all, when I started saying that I wanted to adopt a little kid from China, you were like, no. When I said I want to adopt a kid from Mexico, you started giving me examples about someone who had done it and the consequences of doing it, and legit said, leave them alone. All right. And that was something that I was considering doing for quite a while, like over the last 2 years. And you guys were like, leave them alone. Don't mess with them. You're gonna mess around and find out. You see? That's the difference between me and some of y'all. I am a smart man. Okay. Smart men learn from their own mistakes. Wise men learn from their own mistakes as well as the mistakes of others. All right. So I'm not going down that path. If a man tells me that, no, I did this and it didn't work out so well, don't do it. Unless I have evidence otherwise telling me that I can make it work. And even if I can make it work, the question is, just because I can just doesn't necessarily mean I should. I'm not messing around with it. Okay. Some of y'all like, there's gold over there, and they don't really want you to know. I'm like, did you get any of that gold? Um, I didn't get any, but I heard this other dude got some. Really? Can you show me who this dude is? All right. So that they're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. This is just that dude over there. Bro, that dude looks like a bum. That dude looks like a total bum. He got all of this gold and he's a bum. He spent all of it. He spent all of it. Lo and behold, you go and investigate. This dude has been a homeless guy for the last decade, and he's like a schizophrenic and he's telling stories. And then you go back to the same person who told you the BS that this bum went, this bum had gotten all this gold over there, and they're like, listen, man, this is just what I heard, and so forth. And then you come and find out that people who had gone over there trying to get this gold, most of them don't even come back. Very few of them came back. And the guy who told me not to mess around with that, there's no gold over there, there's only DEATH. He is one of the very few ones who actually came back because he messed around, found out, and now he's putting up signs telling men, don't go in that direction. All right. And there's still idiots out there that are going in that direction. And some of y'all listening right now are some of those idiots because you were told, do not go over there. It's a sign right there, and you're still going over there. Still going over there. And then you come back to Uncle Angry like, Uncle Angry, you're so wise. No, you're just an idiot. I saw the sign. You saw the sign. You decided to go over there regardless of the sign. I told you not to go. I told you what other men were saying was waiting over there. Nothing good. And then you went over there. You didn't even make it all the way before you collapsed. And now you're back like, yeah, Uncle Angry, that was treacherous. You are a damn idiot, bro. Don't even come around me anymore. I told you not to go over there. And Uncle Angry, you are a prophet. I'm not a prophet. You're an idiot, bro. The sign said, do not enter. Do not keep going. All right? They literally painted it in red so it would look like blood as a sign of warning. Don't head over there or you will not come back. Well, I mean, I technically came back, bro. You're messed up. And you didn't even make it all the way, bro. You collapsed halfway there and someone had to carry you back because they saw your miserable behind crying and dragging yourself on the ground. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful, y'all. You should be getting your crypto. You shouldn't be getting into relationships. Keep telling y'all, stop messing around with these women. Stop messing around with these relationships. These people don't mean us any good.
Often because women tend to choose men who they can control with their sexuality. Why? Because then these women get away with anything, which is also a reason why a lot of chicks would choose a man who does not look as good as they do.
I just want to tell you a little bit about the Crypto Trading for Dummies blueprint. With this blueprint, you'll learn how crypto day trading can help you earn daily profits, even starting small. Imagine making $30 a day with $100, or even hundreds daily trading small amounts. Working just an hour a day. It's written so simply that even a fifth grader can do it. With banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, this skill is your lifeline. Click the link in the description to check it out now.
For men who know they don't have a lot of options, because then they can even keep them in check even more. Now, you may think this is not true, but it is absolutely true. Because why do you think women are so content with a man that says yes all the time? Because a man who says yes will let anything slide the woman can do, because anything the woman does, it's always, I love you, baby. It's okay, baby. It can happen, baby. I can understand. You probably had a rough day, which is the reason why, God knows what. I don't even want to get into the details, but that would be a reason why a lot of women would rather choose a man who would stick by their sides just because of the power of the woman's genitals. Ladies, just be honest. You don't want a man to tell you to cover up when you're posting your thirsty pictures on Instagram. You don't want a man to tell you no whenever you are requesting something, not even asking for something. A lot of chicks don't even know how to ask for something. They request things because they deserve it, right? A lot of women would prefer a beta because they know they're easily to be controlled. I mean, gentlemen, also, you have to have a little bit more discipline as well. You got to have self-control, because when you have self-control, you know how to lead another person. And I'm not saying control the woman that you are with, but when you have self-control, you are not going to fall for certain tools that women love to use in order to manipulate their way out of a messed up situation that they have caused. It is very simple. You got to think with up here instead of with something else.
Alphas are out.
Alphas are out.
Betas, all the way. We want a nice beta man.
Wait. Why did I high five? Wait, let's
No.
read back.
Betas for the win. We don't want no alphas.
First of all, you need to explain to me your definition of alpha and beta, and you need to explain to me why betas are now in.
Alphas will be like, oh, like macho. And they're like, I find that
Macho,
guy that
right.
like will walk into a room, just that alpha guy is what I was attracted to before. I'm not saying you should go for a gamma. I'm saying a beta, which is like, they're still confident and they're still like sure about themselves, but they don't need to be like the center of attention all the time.
Not gonna lie, yeah.
She really
Recently,
said
I've been
that?
liking guys that have they're a little bit feminine.
A metrosexual guy.
It hurts me to my core to see pretty women not making any freaking sense at all. They were not even able to describe what it is when a man is an alpha male. I mean, calling him a macho, him wanting to be the center of attention. I have never met a man
Oh, let's just be clear. Those were not pretty women.
asked to be the center of attention. From what I can see, from what I have experienced, from what I see when I'm looking around on the dating market, it is women that want to be the center of attention. Men, they just want to go about their business and they just want some basic respect, some intimacy, a plate of food every now and then, because we already know that the majority of women, they don't want to cook. Cooking for a man is being oppressed. You don't cook for a man unless he's masculine enough in order for him to deserve your femininity. This is what women nowadays are talking about. The next woman in the clip is going to say exactly the same thing.
The difference between an alpha and a beta man. An alpha man will never go 50-50 with you. He will have and move with intention. So he's gonna plan dates. He's gonna know how to do all of that and not just set it off on you. Another thing an alpha man does, he's gonna have so much emotional intelligence that he's going to know when your vibe is off or that you're feeling some type of way without you even having to say anything. He's going to speak up for you in places as like dinner. He's going to speak first, be like, yes, reservations for blah blah blah, or that's just for an example. Those are just some of the differences between an alpha and a beta man. If you're trying to become more feminine, definitely go for alpha men. They bring it out of you.
So some of the up, she's basically describing an alpha male to be a man that would do anything to benefit a woman's life and, of course, her pockets. Because her money is her money and the man's money is her money too. That's how these women are operating nowadays. And basically, women think that the moment a man stands up for himself, the moment a man becomes self-aware, the moment a man does not put up with any type of BS, that's a macho man. No woman wants to be with a man who just wants to be the center of attention. When really, if a man rejects a woman, when a man rejects a woman, that's really some shit, because women hate rejection. Some women love rejection because that's when they feel like they want the man who has just rejected them. But if you really want to know what an alpha male is about, I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and which is a lot of reasons why women don't want to be with an alpha man. An alpha male has morals, values. He knows who he is, and he expects his woman to have morals and values too. He expects his woman not to embarrass him in public, whether if it's online, whether if it's you're going out to get some ice cream or grab some dinner, or even if it's just a work meeting, a work gathering or something like that, you know. An alpha male has respect for himself and he wants to be respected by his woman. Alpha male is never going to allow a woman to control him with her sexual.
Let me be very, very clear. What Soraya is talking about is not an alpha male. That would probably be more in line with a sigma male. A true alpha male is a man. Alpha male, real true alpha males are kind of boneheads. Like, these are men who they don't necessarily have emotional intelligence, nor do they care. They do what they feel like doing, and that's about it. They're actually, alpha males are more focused on themselves, their own happiness, and their own passions. uh, a true alpha male is not a male who can be in a relationship with a woman. Let me make this very, very clear. So there are a lot of men who have alpha male tendencies, but they are not true alpha males. Donald Trump, for example, is not a true alpha male. He has very alpha characteristics, but he is not a true alpha male. True alpha males don't care about anyone else. This is something that people don't understand. These guys are like, they just kind of walk around and they just don't give a damn. Real alpha males, they look more like Tyrones and these Chads. Like, these are men who basically spend their lives living off society and off women and end up broke and out in the streets, on the streets, you know, when they get old. These are not marriageable men. These are not men that you can really get along with very well either. A lot of these men can be extremely argumentative as well. So it's like, that's more what she's talking about is more in line with the sigma male. Sigma males tend to have emotional intelligence. They stand up for themselves when they need to, but they'll also stand up for others. Alpha males are not really, they don't really care very much about morality or anything else. And you could also say that a lot of true alpha males have very narcissistic personalities. Again, the concept of what we believe an alpha male is, a real alpha male is where it's actually it's never really been explained properly to a lot of us. Some people do not understand this concept, and it took me a while to really comprehend it. That true alpha males, because like this, it was like 20 years ago where they started going, or 20, 30 years ago where they started saying alpha male. Oh, you're going to be an alpha male. And you're going to act like this and this and this. They never really understood what a true alpha male was. What they're really talking about is more in line with a sigma male. But a true alpha male, no. And here's the thing about being a man. Notice that to be a man, you have to live up to the expectations of others. While to be a woman, you simply have to identify. And that just kind of reflects the breakdown of our society today and the moral decay of our society, which is one of the reasons why more and more men are just choosing to walk away from society, relationships, and dating, instead focus upon themselves and focus upon getting their bag, which is exactly what you guys should be doing. You guys should be focusing on getting your bag. And as I told you a little bit earlier, you should look into our crypto trading for dummies blueprint, which is available over in Angry's Crypto Academy, because with this blueprint, you're going to learn how crypto day trading can help you earn daily profits, even starting small. Imagine making $30 a day with $100, trading $100, or even hundreds daily, trading small amounts, like trading $500 a day and making, around $100 to $200 a day trading that 500, which would work out to $3,000 to $6,000 a month, working just an hour a day. And the blueprint is written so simple are so simply that even a fifth grader can do it. With banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, this skill is your lifeline. Click the link in the description to check it out now, guys. Don't go searching for relationships with modern women. They don't like you. They only want what you have. They only want what you have. They only want your toys.
He has self-control because he is disciplined and because he knows what a woman is supposed to bring to the table. And spreading your legs, looking cute, asking for things with your cute fingernails is not going to be enough. I'm not saying men don't like it when women look pleasant, but looking thirsty, looking cheap is a big difference compared to looking classy, knowing how to carry yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of women who are even in their mid-30s, some of them in their early 40s, they don't know how to dress. They don't know how to dress because they have the need and the desire to be desired by anyone. Anyone, whether if it's the guy at the store and the simps in their DMs. And because of that, they show way too much skin. Alpha males are completely turned off by women who are at a certain age, but they don't know how to conduct themselves. But a lot of women don't care about that. They don't even want to understand that. So what they would do is they would just take a stamp and put it on an alpha male and call them a macho and just go about their days. They don't want to be dealing with them. Like I said, which leads them to be with betas. Betas who can be easily controlled, betas who can be easily manipulated and be taken advantage of. Gentlemen, so stop trying to impress women with your wallet. If you want to lead with your wallet, you're only going to attract certain women who just can't be led with a man spending money on them.
The best thing for us to be doing as men is to be walking away. These individuals. Look at what women are doing. They are putting muzzles on men to silence them, guys. This is only going to continue pushing men further away from relationships and instead into the arms of foreign women, as more women in Western society face extraordinary poverty and destitution as hardship sets in, because we know that Project 2025 is not playing around, and Project 2025 has not even truly begun yet. All right, so you're gonna find a lot of women living in tent cities. They're gonna be in there with Tyrone, Enrique, Miguel, Pookie, all these, Poncho, and they're not gonna have a good time. But let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.